Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to explore.
Today we're going small but mighty. We're talking the western pond turtle, the only verily native freshwater turtle in all of California.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Definitely. So we've got some great informational texts here. Really dig into what makes this little guy so special, you know?
Yeah, and the threats they're facing.
Exactly. And the amazing conservation work happening to help him out. But first things first, I got to ask right off the bat, species of special concern.
Yeah.
What's that even mean for, like, the turtles themselves?
It's a tough situation for them. That designation means they're facing some serious threats to their survival.
Oh,
So it's
oh,
like,
a warning sign.
yeah, exactly. It's a signal their populations are declining, they really need our attention. It's like a wake-up call
Okay, makes sense.
to understand those pressures and the steps we can take to help them out.
Gotcha. So I have this picture in my head, right, of these tiny turtles. I mean, we're talking palm of your hand size, right?
Just chilling in ponds. But our sources mentioned they're actually found in a whole bunch of different habitats.
Oh, yeah. They're way more adaptable than most people realize. You'll find them in rivers, streams, lakes.
Even basking on logs, like they're sunbathers.
Exactly. Exactly. They need to soak up that sun to regulate their body temperature.
Ah, makes sense. So as reptiles, they need that external heat, right?
Yep, that's how they stay warm and keep functioning
Hmm.
properly.
Wow. Speaking of functioning, these guys are like the ultimate omnivores.
Oh, yeah.
Our sources talk about how diverse their diet is. They're not picky eaters, ATA all,
Nope. Insects, fish, plants, you name it.
even like carrion.
Oh, yeah, carrion too. They're a key part of keeping their ecosystems in balance.
Okay, so we've got these adaptable little guys, right? Playing a super important role. Then we get to the threats, and it's not a pretty picture.
Right, it gets kind of heavy.
Hmm.
One of the biggest things they're dealing with is habitat loss.
Yeah.
Just imagine your home, like, shrinking piece by piece.
Oh, because of things like urban development and agricultural runoff polluting their water.
Yeah, that's rough. And it's not just habitat loss either, right? Invasive species are a big issue.
Huge.
The sources mentioned bullfrogs specifically. What's the deal with those guys?
Oh man, bullfrogs. They're a real problem because they're aggressive. They compete with native turtles for food.
So, like, bullies of the pond.
Basically, taking over everything.
Yikes. On top of all that, there's disease and, of course, climate change. What kind of diseases are we talking about here?
There's this one upper respiratory tract disease. It's basically pneumonia caused by a virus.
Oh, no.
It spreads like wildfire through turtle populations, and it can be fatal.
Man. So they really are getting hit from all sides. It's a lot, but it's important to know about. But on a more positive note, there are people fighting for these turtles, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's some incredible conservation work going on.
Okay.
Habitat restoration is like the key thing.
Yeah.
Getting rid of those invasive species, cleaning up the pollution, restoring natural water flow.
So it's all about making those habitats livable again.
Exactly. And there's Head Start programs too.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about those. How do they work?
Well, they raise baby turtles, hatchlings, in a safe environment until they're bigger, stronger, so they have a better chance when they're released back into the wild.
Wow, so they're literally getting a head start. And then, I mean, public awareness is huge.
Huge EE. Just knowing about these turtles and the stuff they're going through, it's a big step in the right direction.
So knowledge is power.
100%. The more people understand the western pond turtle situation, the better we can protect them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what did we learn today? I mean, this tiny turtle, we often don't even think about, is crucial to California's natural heritage, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
And it's a reminder that even the smallest creatures can have a huge impact,
for sure.
and that our actions, they really matter.
They do. And the work being done to protect this species, it shows us that even when things seem impossible, there's always hope.
It's so true. It makes you wonder, what can we learn from the resilience of this little turtle? And how can we apply that to our own lives, to the way we treat the world around us?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with.
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We'll catch you next time.
See you then.